Welcome. What is AI, or artificial intelligence? Well, it's wrapped in your everyday life, everything from your banking to your cell phone to even traffic lights. Now, we've talked about email scams and we've talked about phone scams, but how does AI really intertwined with this AI? Today, we're here at the Chamber of Commerce with a very special guest, Kevin McNulty, the CEO of NetWeave, here to talk about how we can use AI to our benefit, but how criminals are using it to disrupt our lives. I'm Sergeant Chris Kopp here, keeping you safe. So Kevin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, please, for the audience, please let us know your name and where you work.
Okay, my name is Kevin McNulty. I'm the president and CEO of NetWeave Social Networking. We're a digital marketing firm. I also teach digital marketing at State College of Florida, and I'm a member of the tech committee here at the Manatee Chamber of Commerce.
Wow, okay, great. So today we're here to talk about AI, or artificial intelligence. Can you kind of explain what is AI?
So AI is basically the discipline of computer science devoted to making computers mimic human reasoning and behavior. And it's something, the idea has been around since the 1950s, but in the last 10 years or so, we finally have the computing power to allow us to start to execute on some of these ideas. Machine learning, where a machine can look at a data set and start to develop new ways of thinking about it, has been around for a while. In fact, if you use Facebook, AI's been used on you for years. That's how Facebook decides what posts to put in front of you. It looks at your past behavior, and then it decides what kinds of things you would like to see next, and it feeds them to you. And that keeps you on the platform longer so they can show you more ads, and that's how they make their money. But the reason it's been in the news so much lately is about a year and a half ago, they started to develop a sub-discipline of AI called generative AI, where now the AI can generate new novel solutions to problems. So before, if we wanted a computer to solve a problem, we always had to solve it ourselves first, so we could explain to the computer how to solve it. That's what programming was. But now we can actually take a problem, bring it to one of these generative AIs and say, see what you can do with this. And it can come up with solutions on its own.
So you mentioned this has been around since the 50s. What are some examples of where AI is kind of in our everyday lives?
So on social media, it's definitely used a lot. It's also used a lot in areas where you might not even think of it. Predictive maintenance in manufacturing facilities. The AI can look at data coming from machines and start to detect when the machine's output might be falling off due to a need for maintenance before anything breaks.
Yeah, so we've heard things like ChatGPT or Gemini or even Bing. So how do people right now, how are they using this in their everyday lives to kind of improve efficiencies and help them out in their day-to-day?
Right. So ChatGPT is kind of the 800-pound gorilla. It's the one most people have heard of. And so that's the one people kind of recognize. That's made by a company called OpenAI. And OpenAI has partnerships with Microsoft. So their GPT model is actually driving Bing AI-assisted search. And it's also driving a new product that Microsoft features called Copilot. And Copilot is kind of being baked into the whole Microsoft Office suite.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds exciting. I mean, all these great technology and advancements that we're seeing in our everyday lives is really exciting. But let's talk about how some of this technology can kind of be used to disrupt, right? So we've had a couple talks about some email scams and some telephone scams. So can you kind of explain how criminals are using AI in these types of scams?
Sure. So with the email and telephone scams or online scams that you may be familiar with, AI isn't really necessarily creating a new scam, but it's making those scams better, because it can, for example, send out 1,000 different versions of an email, see which one is getting the most responses, and start rewriting the email every time it sends it to be more and more effective, to increase the chances that somebody will click it or follow the instructions. So just the process of AI learning can be applied to these scams, but also there are generative tools. You know, we talked about text tools. There are also AI generative tools that can do voice clones. And so with 15 seconds of a person's voice, they can create an AI voice clone that can say anything. So, you know, there had been a scam where you might receive a text message from your grandchild saying, "I'm in trouble, I'm in Mexico, they picked us up and I need money to get out." They're asking for something like that. Can now arrive as a voicemail with your grandchild's own voice. Wow. And if you were not cognizant of the fact that that was possible, that would be something you could be very susceptible to, because you recognize your grandchild's voice. You naturally react wanting to help them, but it's not even them. So, you know, when anything like that happens, you want to be sure that, hey, you know your grandchild's phone. Hang up, call them. In fact, OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, just came out with a new voice generator, but they refused to release it to the public until after the election, because of course it could be used to make a candidate do or say anything.
Now, you mentioned that you actually have an example. Can we go ahead and take a look at that clip now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Though it sounds like I'm reading this to you, the voice is actually an AI-generated clone of my voice created with a tool called 11 Labs. Kind of creepy, right? This kind of tool is perfect for consistent voiceover on instructional or educational videos, ad reads on podcasts, and other applications where you need to use the same voice for a variety of tasks over a long period of time.
So you mentioned both with the voice cloning and with the deepfake that they just need a clip. Where would somebody get these clips?
Well, there's lots of ways to get that, but what scammers can do is they can take a video of you off of social media. So if you did something where you were talking about a vacation and you put the camera on and you told people about, hey, we just got here to the hotel, it's awesome, look around, there's the pool, they've got your face and they've got your audio. And now they can upload those to a model that can generate a voice clone or even a video avatar. So I have a clip of a video avatar of myself that's based on 1 minute of video that I uploaded to the tool, but now I can write a script to make the avatar say or do anything.
Oh, wow. Let's take a look at that clip.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence is a computer science field that studies how to create machines that can think like humans. For the purpose of this presentation, we'll be talking mostly about generative AI, like me. That's right, even though I look like that guy on stage, I'm 100% AI generated. Kevin uploaded a clip of himself so I could learn to act and sound like him, but he never said any of this on camera. He just typed in a script and AI did the rest. Creepy, right?
So you keep mentioning that in the past we had to do so much more in order to get AI to create something, and now it's very simple. So can you explain just how fast technology is really improving over the years?
Yeah, the pace of change in AI is so amazing. So, in fact, I've got a great example for you of just how far video generation has come. So I have a clip that on February 15th of 2023, this was the state of the art in video generation. And it's a clip of Will Smith eating spaghetti that can only charitably be described as Will Smith and only charitably described as spaghetti. I mean, it's pretty much nightmare fuel. Wow. But then 1 year to the day later, OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, released their video generator, Sora. And now look at the quality of this clip. If you didn't know, you may never assume that this was AI generated.
It's real.
In fact, you can do, this one here is an establishing shot that you could put into any video of the surf at Big Sur, California, and you would never know that wasn't drone footage.
Wow, that's amazing. So we talk about how AI is, beneficial in our lives and how scammers are using it. So what are some preventative measures that our viewers can take today to help prevent them from becoming a victim?
Even though these tools have given scammers new options and made them more detailed and realistic, the good news is that what you need to do to protect yourself from these scams is the same as it's always been. And that's view anything you didn't expect to receive with suspicion. Always verify with a person you know and trust at a contact number you know and trust. If those hairs on the back of your neck go up, take that as a sign. If the request seems urgent, that you need to do this right now, there's no legitimate business that needs you to do it right now, right? So keep your guard up and verify everything. And I would say, even outside of scams, still verify everything, because we're coming up on an election and people are going to use these tools. And if you can't verify what you see with multiple trustworthy sources, then don't believe it.
Well, we're here in the Chamber of Commerce, and I know we selected this location almost specifically for this talk. Can you explain how community resources such as the Chamber of Commerce can help protect citizens from artificial intelligence scams and just being more educated?
So the Manatee Chamber, where we are today, we have a technology committee, and many of your local chambers are going to have something similar, where we have people from technology businesses that are members of the chamber who get together regularly and look at what are new and developing trends, topics, products in technology that business owners might need to know about, or even the general public.
Well, we've learned a lot. AI, it's really exciting. It can sound a little scary, but at the same time, I think, if we can kind of embrace it when we move into the future, I think would benefit, kind of everybody here. So your wealth of knowledge, Kevin, I can't thank you enough for joining us here. Any last parting words you'd like to have for our viewers?
AI can be scary, but it also holds a lot of hope for the future. So think about AIs designing new drugs to cure diseases. An AI can analyze the raw data from a CT scan or an MRI to detect things before a human radiologist can literally see them. So you get earlier detection, better cures. So I think there's a lot of positive things that AI will bring to the table also.
Kevin, thank you so much for really helping our viewers with just kind of understanding artificial intelligence. Again, I am Sergeant Chris Kopp, here keeping you safe.